In this episode, we're taking a trip across the pond to kick off a series of adventures at our first international destination, the ZSL London Zoo. But before we waddle on in to see the largest penguin pool in all of England, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click on the card above to see our full intro and review video on the ZSL London Zoo. If you watch that intro, you'll remember that just past the entrance, off the Barclay Court, is the Penguin Beach. One of the two entrances is right here, and I'm gonna show you their exhibit later, but I might as well introduce you to the Humboldt penguin. These penguins are native to the rocky coasts of Peru and Chile, thriving in the cool, nutrient-rich waters of the Humboldt Current. They're easy to recognize because of a black band across their chest and pink patches of bare skin near their eyes, which help them regulate body temperature. Humboldt penguins are social birds, living in colonies that can range from a few dozen to hundreds of individuals. They're also famously monogamous, often sticking with the same partner for life. You might even hear them calling to each other, where they use these unique braying sounds to communicate and stay connected. When it comes to nesting, they dig burrows or find rocky crevices, fiercely guarding their young until the chicks grow waterproof feathers and are therefore ready to swim. And stick around till the end of the video, where we'll catch a glimpse of that in action. Now for the exhibit itself. Right up front, you're treated to a split level view, above and below the waterline of this extensive habitat. As you head further up the path, the second viewing area brings you right up to a sandy beach where the penguins can walk right along the glass. Behind you, there's a wall where we can play a little game. So I picked one for us to see if you were paying attention. So, true or false? Penguins sound like donkeys. Lock in your answer by commenting it down below. And in 3, 2, 1, that's true. Yes, they do. Around the corner, there's a shaded overhang with some bonus features. Down a few steps to the right, there's an underwater bubble where you can say hola to los pingüinos once again. And behind that, a lineup of penguin cutouts lets kids see how they measure up to real penguin species. Past that, you're encouraged to learn the lingo, and then you hit my favorite viewing spot, another sandy beach, especially great first thing in the morning when it's not as busy. Now before we get to the main event, I'm gonna give you a little fun fact. The penguins here used to live in the zoo's historic penguin pool, which was built in the 1930s and famous for its spiral ramps and modernist design. Great for architecture buffs, but not so great for penguins. Luckily, they've since upgraded to something way more comfortable. Which brings us to the Penguin Beach in all its glory. Amphitheater-style seating gives you a full view of this beautifully designed exhibit. At around 1,600 square feet, it's the second largest penguin habitat in the UK. And the centerpiece, a 13,000 square foot pool holding 100,000 gallons of water, almost 4 times the size of their old one. Inspired by the coasts of western South America, this space can hold up to 150 Humboldt penguins. And right up at the glass, you can see them zooming on past, practically flying through the water. In fact, the glass is so low that if you're not careful, you might end up catching a splash to the face. Their streamlined bodies and strong flippers make them lightning fast swimmers, perfect for chasing anchovies and sardines. Or in this case, catching them out of a tube. So speaking of penguin food, you can actually join the keepers for a penguin experience. You'll go behind the scenes, help prep their meals, clean part of the habitat like a pro, and even get to feed them through special tubes on the side. All that for 115 quid if you're feeling fancy. So just to support the zoo, I'll link it down in the description below. And finally, heading up a small overlook that doubles as a snack stand, you'll pass conservation signage that reminds guests how we can protect the penguins' natural habitats, starting with our own everyday choices. Around the bend is one last stop, the nursery for Los Penguinitos, or the baby penguins, always a crowd favorite. So, that's the Penguin Beach. Next time we're back at the ZSL London Zoo, we'll head back into the Barclay Court for another single species special that's full of surprises. Thank you for watching, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on the Virtual Zoo.